Why being born as a T-Rex was the best thing since sliced brontosaurus. You might think being a human in the 21st century is the height of evolution. Instant communication, bottomless pizza options, handheld gadgets smarter than philosophers, and a never-ending stream of dancing grandmas on TikTok. Sounds cushy, right? But I'm here to break your bubble. If you truly want to understand what it meant to live, you got to rewind the cosmic VHS back 68 million years. That's when the skies thundered with firestorms, jungles crackled with the scent of wet bark and destiny, and the undisputed heavyweight of planet Earth stomped with absolute confidence. Tyrannosaurus freaking Rex. Being born a T-Rex wasn't just cool. It was like being the universe's favorite child. Think of it as if a rock star, a war tank, and a flamethrower had a wild night, and their baby came out screaming in bass and covered in muscle. That baby was T-Rex. You cracked out of a mottled egg, armed with inch-long teeth, limbs like battering rams, and the vibe of someone who knows the world is theirs. You were the final boss of evolution. Let's time travel together and uncover why hatching as a T-Rex was a prehistoric jackpot no lottery could match a golden ticket to swagger, power, and unstoppable prehistoric mayhem. Number 1. You were a literal apex meat sack of doom. When you were a T-Rex, you didn't just walk into a room. You altered the weather. Creatures fled, plants trembled, and ecosystems recalibrated themselves. Stegosaurus. That was a traffic cone with a bad attitude. Triceratops. Discount rhino with horns. Raptors. Bite-sized appetizers with feathers. You didn't hunt like a mortal. You declared dinner. You walked into the jungle like a Godzilla-themed food truck, and everything around you knew what was coming. You didn't knock on nature's door. You kicked it off its hinges, devoured the furniture, and took a nap in the ashes. Picture a toddler denied a cookie. Now imagine that toddler is 12 tons of unstoppable fury with jaws powerful enough to obliterate a car. You were chaos wrapped in muscle, and it was adorable. Your very existence screamed top of the food chain, louder than a Metallica concert held inside a cave full of megaphones. Number 2. Tiny arms but a titanic ego. Oh, the jokes. The internet loves to clown on your arms. He can't even scratch his nose. But guess what? When your teeth can demolish trees and your legs can break time zones, arms are decorative. You didn't need hugs. You didn't need back rubs. Your vibe was, I am the hug and the fear. Your arms were the prehistoric equivalent of wearing a Rolex just to flex. Mother Nature basically said, this dude is too powerful, let's nerf him a little for balance. Even so, those arms weren't weak. They were densely muscled relics of ancient glory. The kind of thing that said, I could grab you, but I won't. Because I have standards. And the truth is, you never missed them. You had a head full of weapons and legs built for destruction. Arms is optional. Number 3. Your roar was basically a prehistoric superpower. Before Alexa, before radio, before dial-up modems made that weird screeching noise, there was your roar. And oh boy, it wasn't just a noise. It was a commandment. It traveled for miles, shattered the silence of entire continents, and made volcanoes stutter. Birds today still get the chills when thunder claps. That's your echo haunting evolution. One roar from you, and the jungle remembered. You didn't just communicate. You rearranged the food chain every time you exhaled. Spotify, you were the playlist. With bass and emotional trauma. Every note of your growl could rewrite biology textbooks and leave echoes in the rocks for millennia. Number 4. Fashion sense. You were a walking runway. Why would a T-Rex ever need pants? You were born in a scaly, glistening body that looked like it came straight off the Jurassic Paris Fashion Week runway. Your hide was a mural of scars, moss, and raw charisma. The rain. You looked like a Greek god caught in a thunderstorm. The sun. You shimmered like a lizard-shaped spaceship. You didn't strut. You thundered. Every step was a drumbeat from nature's rock opera. And those legs. Civil engineering marvels. They weren't thighs. They were prehistoric pistons of doom. Bridges saw you and said, that's overkill. You were a model and a menace, wrapped into one magnificent meat sculpture. Number 5. No rent. No bills. No calendars. Just epic freedom. While today's humans deal with taxes, alarm clocks, emails, and gym memberships they never use, you had it made. Wake up under a lava-lit sky, scratch your back on a boulder, and decide, do I terrorize a canyon today or sunbathe in the Valley of Bones? You didn't schedule meetings, you interrupted food chains. You weren't on the grid, you were the grid. No spreadsheets, no bosses, no deadlines. Just raw instinct, open skies, and the occasional joyful scream from something unlucky. Your calendar was the sun. Your to-do list was eat, roar, and vibe. You were a living vacation package that nobody could book because they'd get eaten. Number 6. You were the original content boss. Before cloud, before reels, before likes, you had impact. Your every footstep was content. Your roar was a viral trend. Species evolved trauma responses just to cope with your presence. Plants grew spikes to avoid being accidentally eaten. Mammals whispered legends about you by the firelight. You didn't leave footprints, you left stories. You didn't trend, you reshaped evolution. You were a meme millions of years before the internet. Your face is everywhere now, from cereal boxes to theme park rides. And let's be honest, even without opposable thumbs, you were more influential than all modern influencers combined. Number 7. The meteor was just your dramatic exit. Yeah, we all know how it ended. Flaming sky pebble, dramatic climate shifts, roll credits. But you think that was a tragedy. No, that was a power move. You went out like a rock star whose concert ended in a pyrotechnic display no one could top. You didn't fade into obscurity. You were enshrined in fossilized glory. The universe said, too cool for this timeline, and hit the reset button. Your skeleton is more famous than most actors. Kids wear your face. Museums worship your bones. Theme parks try to recreate your vibe. That's not extinction. That's eternal fame. And when a meteor ends your reign, it's not failure. It's a cosmic encore. Number 8. You were the blueprint for every giant thing ever. Every monster movie since the dawn of cinema has tried to capture your essence. Godzilla, King Kong, giant squids, robot dinosaurs. Guess what? They're all just sad attempts at replicating your vibe. You didn't need a tragic backstory or CGI. You were born awesome and stay that way. You were the first kaiju, the template for terror, the raw prototype of cool. You didn't just destroy cities, you inspire generations. Hollywood bows to your shadow. Every roar in a trailer is just a tribute. You were the monster, the myth, the magnificent mistake that made Earth interesting. Number 9. You never felt awkward. Not once. Humans get embarrassed by typos, wrong text messages, or tripping in public. You never knew that pain. You had no shame. You were the shame inducer. Zoom glitch. Didn't apply. Ghosting. You were the ghost. Existential dread. You were the reason others had it. You didn't worry about fashion faux pas or bad breath. Your mere presence redefined the atmosphere. You were a walking social reset button. If anxiety was a creature, it would have run from you. Number 10. Your life was a cinematic masterpiece. Imagine every sunrise over a volcano filmed in IMAX. Now add thundering footsteps, massive ferns parting in slow motion, and the soundtrack of panicked dinosaurs fleeing. That was your daily routine. Every moment you lived was a music video directed by the universe. You didn't have scenes. You had sagas. The air shimmered when you passed. Shadows told stories of you. You weren't a background character. You were the whole show. Nature rolled out a red carpet of bones and lava just so you could make an entrance. And when the curtain closed, the echo stayed. Final thoughts. Long live the dinosaur boss. Being born a T-Rex wasn't just a biological event. It was the universe going, let's see what happens if we max out the stats and throw in a roar that bends time. You weren't part of the world. You were the world's boss battle. Even after your extinction, you've left more impact than most civilizations. Your image is timeless. Your legend is etched in pop culture, in playground roars, in tattoos, and in every jaw-dropping museum tour. So next time your coffee machine breaks, or you can't find your socks, or life feels like a dull grayscale spreadsheet, just remember, you could have been born as a T-Rex, and that dear friend would have been prehistorically phenomenal. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, and dropping a comment below. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more content like this, and you can find my other social media in the description below. See you in the next video.